somebody seems to have an interesting hobby. I don't want that jacket. I'd rather be dead than be seen with it in public. Needles! There's lots of fun to be had with needles. Buy the ship of your dreams today with Treasure Gaming Cards. A map of an island with a red X mark on it. I wonder if there's a treasure to be found. There's something lying under it. Well, if it isn't a lockpick. With such a thing, it should be child's play to get out of here. A designer lockpick. Elegant, stainless, expensive. Damn, it broke! Those designer tools are definitely not worth their money.
That's enough! How can anybody take a siesta with this racket going on?
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Oh, of course you can't even open your mouth anymore. Now listen, you booze hound. For you, the word of the year is respect. Respect for the stronger sex. Women. Drinking beer and bawling, the two sole hobbies of you primitive macho herd animals, are taboo from now on. They are relics of an archaic world. Back then, you can amuse yourself at the expense of the working woman, but not any longer. So be quiet now. Otherwise, I might just forget my angelic patience.
The wolf's got to do what the wolf's got to do.
Hello? Are you guys deaf?
Damn it. Damn bloody... Who put this ladder here?
Oh no! Oh dear! Help! Hello? Hello? Is there any man there?
Ha! Only a man would say that. Whatever happened to the gallant, submissive men of the turn of the century? They knew how to behave themselves.
Oh no! Red Riding Hood of all people! That fanatic, feministic, snotty brat! I'm stuck here! Please get me out of here!
Ha ha ha! Now you're trapped, macho chump. Learn to live with it. Properly emancipated women only help other women.
Oh, I'm a woman! You gotta believe me! I am a woman!
Ha ha ha! I won't fall for that!
Hello? Is there no man who... Damn it, I've got to convince Red Riding Hood to help me. But how? I don't want that jacket. I wish this would have an effect. I don't know how to use these two things together. The beauty set for the original modern woman. This combination doesn't result in anything. Yuck! I'll do it, but only under protest.
Help! Help! A damsel in distress?
It's me, your friend Alex!
Alex, are you all right? Did Simon hurt you?
That debaucher tried to paw me, but I could knock him out. Help me get out! Hurry before that wild, vigorous stud starts harassing me again!
Hang in there! Help's on the way! Ki-yi! Where's Alex? What have you done to her?
Alex has, escaped through a window.
What do you take me for? Just wait until I'm done with you. Then you won't have to disguise your voice anymore to sound like a woman. Do something like that again, and I'll do a proper gender change job on you.
Great! Kidnapped by moles, robbed and locked up, then saved and ran down by Red Riding Hood. I'll show you what it means to mess with Simon the Sorcerer. Okay, what now? First of all, I'll need something to put my stuff in. Then I'll track down those damn moles, even if I've got to journey to the end of the world.
Where else could a better...
That stupid little beast. I wish he'd just shut up for a change. Hey, Birdie. Be a nice bird and say hello to Uncle Simon.
Hello! Bonnie wants cookie!
Simon wants cookie too. Hey, Birdie. Be a nice bird and say hello to Uncle Simon.
Hello! Bonnie wants cookie!
Hey, you can speak really well. You don't even sound like a mechanical bird. What's your name?
Bonnie wants cookie! Bonnie wants cookie!
I bet we can have deep conversations about everything that's going on in life. Of course, we could also bitch about the people in this bar and how much that boozer wolf has chugged back again, and whether that barkeeper really is the nice old guy he looks to be.
Bonnie wants cookie! Bonnie wants cookie!
Okay, you're not as versatile as I thought. Or is there a problem with you? Simon wants cookie too.
In heaven there is no beer. That's why
A fairy tale wolf on his way to the land of dreams.
our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven there is no wine, so we drink till we feel fine. And when we leave this all behind, our friends will be drinking all the wine.
Have mercy! Quack!
A genie in a bottle with a cerebral bent? And he likes to talk a lot.
Wow! Dr. Peach can wait!
Hey, wolf, old boozer.
Simon.
How'd you get here?
Drink.
He's certainly got one thing going for him. He gets right to the point. I'll be back later when, well, later. Your clear water. Your clear water.
Look at who the waves washed ashore. If it isn't Simon.
If it isn't the genie in a bottle from Simon the Sorcerer too. How you doing, old chap?
I have to say your inadequately familiar manner is somewhat irritating to me, even though I'm well aware it's due to your suppressed urge to be in control at all times. But you should know that I've made a lot of progress since last we met. I'm no longer a common genie in a bottle, oh no. Many years ago I gained further qualifications as a psychotherapist. Since then I've always been looking for new clients who want to benefit from my unerring psychoanalysis.
Thanks for the warning. Do you know those weird moles that were here just a moment ago?
Yes, they come here from time to time, always acting very secretively and taking themselves awfully serious. Everything about them suggests a repressed anal phase that...
Okay, apart from this useless psychobabble, you actually know nothing about them?
No, but go and ask Captain Narrow. He may indeed know more.
Captain who? And where can I find him?
Captain Narrow, that's the guy stuck on the crow's nest out there.
Hey, that's unbelievable! That metal bird there, it can talk!
Yes, he talks without punctuation, and without pause too.
Why don't you throw him out?
I can't just throw him out in the middle of his therapy process. That'd be the end of him. Ollie was created by Dr. Peach, but Dr. Peach is very unhappy with his work and would love nothing better than to dismantle that parrot. It's a typical father-child conflict. That's where Polly's exaggerated fear of cold stems from. He's just simply craving attention.
And why are you working in this dingy watering hole if you're such an awesome psychiatrist?
Do you know a place where you can meet more people with interesting complexes and personality disorders than in a bar? And now you're coming along too. Today must be my lucky day.
No way. Go give yourself a therapy session, Flask Dweller. See you.
Too bad there are no women around. You and Koch, your behavior is so fascinating.
It's seen its best years a long time ago. This harpoon doesn't look as if it's just a decoration.
Haha! I'll drive this into the belly of the next person who provokes me.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hooray, up she rises, hooray, and up she rises.
Down there's something white. Maybe it's the bones of the last person that didn't turn the corner.
As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, then produced my rapier. Said, stand and deliver, for I'm a bold deceiver. Musha-ring-dum-a-do-dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar.
Shut up!
The lock is rusted shut. I can't open it. I can't do that.
"15 men on a dead..."
Help! I want to get down! I want to get down from here!
Hey, you up there! You just spoke to those moles, didn't you? Can you tell me what they have in mind and where they went so fast?
Help! Get me down from here! This nasty seagull is ruining my hairdo! Ouch! Get off of me!
I have to talk to you real urgently. Can you just jump down from there?
How indecorous! I'd break all my bones! Help me get down!
Okay, I got it. He wants to get down. I won't be able to have any sensible conversation with him while he's up there. I guess I'll have to think of something because from the looks of it, this ladder's broken. Wow, it's a genuine Yippo brand lighter. A lighter? How useful. A run-of-the-mill hut. A Lila model. You can buy one for 20,000 gold pieces in any home improvement store. A pirate island wouldn't be complete without a fancy-looking skull. Hey, this one has golden eyes. Even more gold. Nice. The surf washed a little trough into the rock. I've rarely seen a crab looking as placid as this one. What a boring creature. Keep your claws to yourself, baby. I can spontaneously think of 10 people who I'd like to smack with this stone. Oh, gravel. Always useful. I wonder whether whoever built this hut invested in impenetrable straw as well. It's no Caribbean setting without a pirate ship. How's the air up there?
Get me down from here!
Why did you climb up there anyway?
A captain always has to get the big picture.
Well, have fun then.
No! Don't go away, please! Stay with me! Be my hero!
It looks as if a real women's liver is living here, so this must be Red Riding Hood's hut. It's eating cookies and darting me malignant glances. that could help me with my inventory problem. Ugh! That disgusting creature snapped at me! A camping stove. Red Riding Hood seems to have finally acknowledged women's key responsibilities. I'm neither fond of naive art nor Red Riding Hood, so I have two reasons to dislike this picture. I'd love to take a nap, but in Red Riding Hood's bed... Looks like Red Riding Hood keel-hauled the poor bastard. I guess he mutinied. I've got one of those at home, with a picture of Red Riding Hood in the center. A chair. I could sit down on it or not. Two. No matter how often I try,
Please identify yourself.
I'm your lord and master. Open up for me.
Unidentified voice. Access denied.
Rap. That thing would look great in my room. It's no Caribbean island without a proper pirate ship.
The strange screaming beings we've already reported about actually appear to be of alien origin.
I'm no botanist, but I'd say this is a tree. A sandcastle, lovingly built by the inhabitants of this island.
Just one wrong glance at that and you're singing in the boys' choir.
Just now, we're receiving a message from the Magic World's northern regions. The aliens there seem to be getting their invasion underway and are beginning to move south. This is not the all-clear signal. I repeat, this is not the all-clear signal. Please stay where you are. Stay away from everything that could be of alien origin.
A ghastly beast in the disguise of a sweet little girl. Hi, Red Riding Hood. Well, wouldn't it be a good time now for apologizing for your unfriendly behavior towards me?
What? Are you nuts? You'll grovel in the dirt at my feet and whimper for forgiveness, or your options of reproduction will be limited to cell division in a test tube.
Just a moment. Who gave a grilling to whom here?
I to you, and we can repeat that any time. But you really shouldn't risk it, so repeat after me. I'm a chauvinist, stupid as bread, and I'm terribly sorry for everything, especially for being born.
Could it be you like to dominate other people? Well, okay. I'm a chauvinist, stupid as bread, and I'm terribly sorry for everything, especially for being born.
See? You can do it. Good little man. So what can I do for you now?
Where'd you learn brawling anyway? In some barn on a farm somewhere with chickens?
I ain't grown up in no motherfucking barn. No, I simply educated myself by reading Kung Fu in 7 days. Contrary to you, I'm no illiterate.
So now you think I'm an illiterate rat? I dare you to say that again.
Why should I? You obviously don't need me to make a fool of yourself.
What are you doing in the South Seas? Shouldn't you be in the woods with Grandmother and let yourself be nibbled at by lusty fairy tale wolves?
Grandmother can take care of herself. Nope, I'm on an educational journey to research the legendary Mahatma matriarchy of the South Seas.
Mahatma Gandhi?
Boy, sometimes suicide is an option. Think about it.
How do you like it on this island?
The standards of the islanders are getting lower with each newcomer. But apart from that, it's okay if it weren't for that racket. I'd like to retire to my hut, but that nutty wolf is bawling drinking songs the whole time. It's unbearable.
Just nicely tell him to be quiet.
Forget it. He's way too drunk for a sensible discussion. I've really tried everything. Asking him, threatening him, hitting him. Nothing worked. As long as he's drunk and still alive, he'll go on bawling. If you get an idea that doesn't involve a premature death, do tell.
What would be the reward for my help?
That's simple. I'll retire to my hut so you'll reduce the risk of running into me again, thereby also reducing the risk of being trampled like a pesky insect.
Oh well, that's better than nothing, I guess. Don't you talk to me like a dog. I'm a man, you hear? A man!
You're no man. A little man, maybe. Or a dog.
I won't take this any longer. As a man, I've got my pride.
No. It's as a little man I've got my pride. Pay attention to that bit from now on.
Thanks for this nice conversation. Oh, and once again, I've got to save the world. That thing looks like serious manual work. Vile.
Keep your paws off that.
Oh, look! Over there! A cute dolphin!
Well, go play with it. Those dolphin therapies are said to have helped many intellectually disabled people.
Oh, I was mistaken. It's a shark, and it looks super hungry for the sweet, tender flesh of a girl. Oh, that's the ugliest garden gnome I've ever seen.
Attention, attention. Here's another special announcement brought to you live today by Magic World Royal Radio. By now, there's hundreds of flying saucers in the sky. A dark round object, similar to a moon, is up there as well, becoming larger and larger. Whatever it is, it's closing in.
A huge mass of oversalted water. What a waste of space.
Contact the most of the city.
Awesome, now I've got a rope I can fire. Watch out! Duck!
Dear me, you nearly hit me, you bad boy.
Great. Now I can go and fetch that thing. Okay, I've got it back now. I have to think of something else for the next try. I can't aim properly long distance with this thing. At least not without some sort of custom aiming system. That nasty beast doesn't tolerate any rivals. Too bad the other crab isn't a chick. Maybe that would have pacified that bell crab. Oh, a stroke here, a dash of eyeliner there. Lovely. Applying makeup can actually be fun if the victim can't fight back. Oh, well, love, huh? Luckily, I am not a love-blind simpleton. With women, you've always got to keep a level head. Awesome, now I've at least got my inventory back. I'd really prefer my hat, though. Let's see what we have here. An open box of cookies, and an aesthetically challenged doll. Hey, it looks like me. Oh, is this supposed to be a voodoo doll or what? There, everything's stowed away. If Red Riding Hood finds out I stole her backpack, she'll kill me. I'd better keep it hidden under my robe. This voodoo doll must definitely not fall into the wrong hands. Fortunately, I could take it from Red Riding Hood. Building a better, brighter, more golden future. That voracious crab has really dug in. It's just water.
Can somebody turn off the heat?
An improvised bar made of barrels and boards. The surf washed a little trough into the rock. I wish this would have an effect. Why would I want to put that in a bowl? A run-of-the-mill hut. Hey, wolf, old boozer!
Simon.
Could you drink a little more quietly? You're bothering your fellow beings.
No, I can't. I'm not sober. Come here, drink with me. Yeah.
I'll be back later when, well, later.
As I was going over the far-famed carrier...
Open up. Here's your cookie.
Finally! Thank you! If you hadn't come, I'd starve to death! Nobody here cares what I have to say at all!
Unbelievable. But why? Fancy island, isn't it? A couple more half-naked babes on the beach would be great, but apart from that, it's a real holiday paradise here. What's it like living here and all?
Paradise? This island? What are you talking about? It's an intellectual wasteland here. Or have you seen any libraries or college? All there is this Gomorrah. What I've heard from the guests here, unbelievable. And don't you get me started on Captain Nero. Besides, it's terribly cold here. My conductors are grown numb.
Hey, how about a little more tolerance? You could at least pretend.
Tolerance? And who is tolerating highly gifted life forms positively thirsting for education and intellectual challenges? You? Given my intelligence, I should play a prominent role in this island's government, but instead, I'm just being ignored.
It's great you're not smug about your intelligence or anything. You're cold? It's at least 28 degrees Celsius here.
Doesn't matter what the temperature is in here. I'm cold. Not that anybody takes me seriously around here.
Hey, Polly, I bet you've got a good idea about how to fool that speech recognition device stuck in the inventor's hut's door, don't you?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that being of such simple intelligence is able to cope with that mechanism.
That's enough. Just you wait, you flying garbage can.
But since you gave me a cookie, I'll grant you a little leeway. I'll open the door for you, but only on one condition. From now on, you will spare me with your brainless babble. Okay, and now get the curtain ready for Polly. Best voice imitator this side of the equator.
Please identify yourself.
I'm a fairy tale witch and I'm selling poisoned apples.
Unidentified voice. Access denied.
Rap.
Please identify yourself.
Edward Peach.
Voice identified. Please enter Dr. Peach.
Wow, a flying tape recorder. It's amazing what's out there.
That reminds considerably below me, and now I return to my studies on the meta level of prayer conversations, so please excuse me.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Ah, the aliens are coming!
Hell's bells. What's this nonsense? No, not the catalyst fluid!
Oops. He's not going to be inventing anything soon, that's for sure. I only loot the corpses of people I killed myself. Alex would be proud. I'm carrying a clean hanky with me. A cable with 4 little clamps at its end. What the? Those aren't drawers. Those are turn switches on some weird device that looks like a dresser. So this is where that inventor hid his last penny. I bet he won't notice. What the? Those aren't drawers. A metal table with some burn marks here and there. There's certainly some weird devices here. A generator, generations old. That looks like a detector that can trace all kinds of things buried in the ground. There's no way I'm missing out on this fun. A coffee machine. That's about as sensible as driving a car without gas. It needs coffee and water. Voodoo in 7 days. There seems to be a whole series of those books. A book on voodoo? What nonsense! The smileys drawn on this board don't look very happy. A miniature metal heating mushroom. It seems I have to fill it with something real hot so it radiates warmth evenly and consistently. I can't do that. Some weird device. Use unknown. What bizarre settings this thing has. The detector didn't find anything.
Nothing's going on here.
An empty box of cigars. Smoking is bad for your wallet, and walls in smokers' rooms must be painted twice. Only pizza leftovers on walls are more persistent. I used to keep my flea collection in a box like this.
The 50 man on the dead man's chest. Yeah, a real classic.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What?
Greetings, valued friend.
Somebody's stuck in the crow's nest out there.
Judging from the hysterical screams it's Captain Narrow, you could help to get him down, but you know, helping oneself is the first step towards real and full emancipation of the spirit.
See you. I hope I don't have to pick any coconuts in this game. That's a coffee bush. I've seen them in the ads for Pro Bean quality coffee.
And don't panic. I repeat, under any circumstances, don't panic. A widespread panic could mean final doom for the magic world. We're all going to die, so please don't panic. If you should run into the aliens, move away slowly and in an orderly fashion. Avoid any direct contact or even provocation. Don't let the aliens' terrible screams panic you.
Why would I want to put that in a bowl? I don't know how to use these two things together. This combination.
The aliens seem to be operating in patrols with 2 scouts in each convoy at a time.
This combination. No matter.
Attention, attention.
Actually, I'm overqualified for coffee picking, but if it helps. What do I do with them now? The coffee I know is darker somehow and more powdery.
Please don't panic. I repeat, under any circumstances, don't panic. We advise you to keep calm and don't panic. I repeat, under any circumstances, don't panic. Keep calm.
I'm no botanist. If I didn't have my magic mouse cursor handy, I wouldn't even know those are coffee cherries. Yuck! I completely squashed these strange cherries. There are weird green beans in them. Those look like coffee beans, although they're green instead of dark brown. Somehow the beans still look too green. I remember the supermarket coffee to be darker. There, now its water tank's full. I can't do that. I don't know how to use these two things together. And in they go. I wish this would have an effect. I can't do that. No matter how often I try, it... a run-of-the-mill hut. Yuck! That smells even worse than that old can of ravioli Alex found under my bed the other day. It fills me with a deep, dark satisfaction to stink out Red Riding Hood's hut. Too bad I don't have any stench bombs left. One of those would add just the right amount of serious reek. Yeah, I'm taking the beans out with my bare hands. That's no problem for a real man. Some of them are burnt. According to the label on it, it only works with powder. I can't pulverize the beans by simply banging them together. I need a solid surface. Okay, it's done. Now what? There, that should be enough. Smells burnt to me. There, the stuff's in the jar. Not that I'd want to drink it. A delightful coffee experience at the press of just one button. Soot black as sordid, sinister sinner's soul. Here you go, delicious fresh coffee.
You wanna kill me? I ain't gonna touch that stuff. 15 men on a dead man's chest. You?
Hey, wolf, old boozer.
Simon.
The next round's on me. Here, that stuff sure packs a punch.
You're a real friend. Cheers.
50 men on the dead man's chest. Yeah, a real classic.
Hey, wolf, old boozer.
Simon, what are you doing here?
Well, the usual stuff. Saving the world and such.
I see. I feel so strange. Everything is so different. What do you call that?
Sober.
Sober? Sober? I'm sober? What on earth? How could that happen?
Immune. Yeah. You grew immune to alcohol, that's it. If one drinks too much of that stuff, it doesn't affect you anymore, didn't you know? You'll have to wait at least one day until you drink alcohol again.
1 day? A whole day? That's a catastrophe. I mean, being sober wouldn't be so bad if at least I could booze on the side.
What are you doing here?
Well, that's a long story. I'd heard that a famous pirate lived here, and I wanted to become one myself. I'd also heard that pirates appreciate a well-trained, toughened-up drinker's liver. They spend their days downing gallons of cheap rum.
Are you done singing?
Singing? I can't sing.
You don't say. Hey, didn't I hear someone calling my name? I better check it out. Oh, this stinks of work. Haha, that's fun! One more little pile of gold, and my retirement pension is safe. A sandcastle lovingly trampled by Simon the Sorcerer. A complete treasure trove of gold. I'm rich! I'm rich! Hey, I'm rich. Too bad there's no video games in this dimension, otherwise I'd buy a bunch immediately. Yep, it's a radio, all right.
Are you all right? You look changed somehow. And you don't seem changed for the better either. Quite a feat of one's an ugly duckling like you to begin with.
Everything's okay with me. Why do you ask?
Because you appear even geekier than usual. Not only dim-witted, but somehow physically as well. Is something wrong with your back?
My back is absolutely okay. Maybe the burden of responsibility has, hunched it a little, you know? Damn, if she finds her backpack on me, I'm done for.
Now I see. You're even more hunched back than normally. How'd you do that?
Oh, I've drunk some green radioactive liquid and spontaneously mutated. Things like that can happen.
Well, if I think about it, why don't you just drink more of that stuff? In no time at all, it'll be impossible to tell you apart from a moldy cheesecake.
How's the air up there?
Get me down from here!
Why did you climb up there anyway?
A captain always has to get the big picture.
Well, have fun then.
No! Don't go away, please! Stay with me! Be my hero!
What the? Those aren't drawers. I only loot the corpses of people I killed myself. A cable with 4 little clamps at its end. A cable... Oh, desecration of corpses is so last year. Torturing the voodoo doll should be enough. Voodoo magic is only good for scaring little girls. For example, if I take this needle here and... Ouch! Voodoo in 7 days. There seems to be a whole series of those books. Let's see. Revival the easy way. The most modern methods of zombie creation without chicken blood. To bring the recently deceased back into the realm of the living, using the latest methods of modern voodoo magic, please adhere to the following simple steps. You will first need a voodoo doll. You can learn the art of sewing voodoo dolls in our wonderful Voodoo Weekend Workshop. Or mail order. Pick from our broad range of superior quality merchandise. It's got the best juju on the market. Then the voodoo doll has to be personalized. If you would like tips for this subject, please call our competent and helpful specialists on 555-VOO-DOO. Please put the voodoo needles into the most important chakra points in heart, head, left arm, and left leg. You can mail order special stainless voodoo needles from our broad line of merchandise. We've every quality for every price range. Energize the voodoo doll through the needles by applying power surges in the correct order. Heart. Activates general vital functions. Breathe life into the deceased with a power surge. Important, the reasoning functions should be prepared first, otherwise the deceased will be reanimated as a brain-dead zombie. Head. Activates the reasoning functions of a corpse. Warning, if arms and legs are not prepared beforehand, they will remain numb forever. Arm. Activates the grasping function of the hands. Careful, only works if the legs are activated first. Leg. Activates the walking capabilities of legs and feet. I only... Nip snap, and the beard is off. Yuck! Dr. Peach has dandruff in his beard! This doll is already matched to me. I've got to undress it first and match it to somebody else. That should disarm the voodoo doll. Now the voodoo doll resembles the deceased Dr. Peach. Just the lab coat's missing. I hereby name you Dr. Peach. A voodoo doll resembling Dr. Peach. Isn't it cute? I hate needles, but if I absolutely have to... I don't know how to use... This combination doesn't result in anything. If Dr. Peach weren't dead already, he'd be suffering horrible... If Dr. Peach... And now I, Simon the Great, will revive a human being with the help of this voodoo doll. Please stay tuned for further details. Now we'll attach the 4 clamps to the correct corresponding needles, turn on the power, and we should see a happy end in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. There. Let's see if I can light his lamps.
Ow! Ow!
Damn, it didn't work. Well, Frankenstein didn't succeed on the first try either. I wish this would happen. No matter how often I try. I wish this would have an effect. And now I, Simon the Great, will revive a human being with the help of this voodoo doll. Please stay tuned for further details. Now we'll attach the 4 clamps to the correct corresponding needles, turn on the power, and we should see a happy end in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. There. Let's see if I can light his lamps.
Ow! Ow!
Damn, it didn't work. Well... let's see. To bring the... You will first need a voodoo doll. Then the voodoo doll has to be personalized. If you would, please put the voodoo needles into the most important chakra points in heart, head, left arm, and left leg. You can energize the voodoo doll through the needles by applying power surges in the correct order. Heart. Activates general vital functions. Breathe life into the deceased with a power surge. Important, the reasoning functions should be prepared first. Head. Activates the reasoning functions of a corpse. Warning, if arms and legs are not prepared beforehand, they will remain. Arm. Activates the grasping function of the hands. Leg. Activates the walking capability. And now we'll attach the 4... There. Let's see if I can light his lamps.
Oh, ouch! Hell's bells, what was that?
Some aliens came and fired wildly in all directions. Then you were struck by a bolt of lightning.
Ah, I remember. Well, it seems I was lucky, doesn't it? And my sciatic pain is gone. Amazing. Seems like an electric discharge just like that can do wonders for your health.
Well, yes, but maybe it's because you're dead.
What? Are you trying to insult me, landlubber?
Just look at you. The aliens killed you. But I, Simon the Mighty Sorcerer, revived you using this voodoo doll.
That means I'm one of the undead? A zombie? That's... Ha bollocks, that's fantastic. No more need for sleep, no more hunger, and my back pain's gone as well. Finally, I can fully concentrate on my research. I can't think of anything better that could have happened to me.
Well, it's great you're so happy about it.
Boy, I owe you a favor.
At long last, somebody who's able to recognize my abilities. Who are you anyway?
My name is Dr. Edward Peach. I'm an engineer and inventor, and this is my laboratory, as you can see. Originally, I'd signed on as ship's engineer on the Black Pear, and after it was marooned, I built my lab here.
What kind of stuff do you invent?
I repair and invent everything that's needed. Aside from that, I like to occupy myself with space travel. But my real area of expertise is the development of artificial intelligence that really works.
Ah, yes. Just remind me what that's supposed to be again.
Well, artificial beings need intelligence to be able to act like real living beings. Just think of pathfinding problems. I can't even remember how many of my less successful creations I lost because they chose the direct way over the cliffs.
I used to have problems with pathfinding too. Why are you stranded here?
Okay, I guess you'll want to hear the short version. Well, it was a rainy night. Helmsman Larry Letslip was on duty on the bridge. I was in the captain's cabin at the time, and had just repaired the heating.
Are you sure that's the short version?
Please don't interrupt me, boy, otherwise it'll take even longer. So, Captain Narrow was sitting in front of his mirror and painting his face, as usual. Suddenly, a great wave hit the ship, which then caused us to rise up out of the water, making Captain Narrow smear lipstick right across his face. The captain got mad and muttered something like, "How can he go across a bump while I'm applying my makeup?" Then he rushed out onto the bridge deck. A moment later, I heard the helmsman scream something about banshees and hobgoblins.
That sounds terrible.
I said don't interrupt me. Anyway, there was a stamping to be heard on the deck, and then a splash in the water. Larry Letslip must have gone overboard. When I arrived on the deck, there was only a completely confused Captain Narrow. He was just standing there in his diaphanous dress, the red lipstick all over his face. That dimly lit scene appeared spooky, downright unreal. And Captain Narrow never spoke again about what really happened that stormy night.
And then, what happened?
Well, a storm came on, and Captain Narrow fought to keep the ship on course. Larry might have succeeded at that, but as it was, a wave then hit us, smashed us right up against a reef, tearing a great hole in the ship's hull. We would have inevitably drowned if
what?
If not another wave hadn't then thrown us straight onto the shore of this island. Well, this is the end of the short version of this tale. The detailed edition will be found stocked in all good bookshops as soon as I've located a publisher for it.
Why don't you repair the ship and leave the island?
What for? Here I can carry out my research in peace. All I need I stocked in the storage room of the Black Pear, and I can find the rest on this island. Apart from that, Captain Narrow doesn't appear to be too keen to put out to sea anymore. He's even become quite afraid of water.
Can you tell me anything about that metal parrot Polly?
Ah, yes, Polly. That bird's one of my first prototypes. While its artificial intelligence doesn't work properly, its speech processor is fully functional. Unfortunately, that creature resists all debugging efforts.
Well, maybe I can find a can opener somewhere. I've got a problem with this harpoon. Captain Narrow's stuck in the crow's nest, and the ladder's broken. I'm trying to shoot a rope up there using this harpoon, but I'm not able to aim with enough accuracy. Can you invent something to help with that?
Well, stuff like that is really simple, and way below my intelligence capacity. But since it's you, give me that harpoon. There, I fitted the harpoon with a scope, so now you should be able to aim better and hit your target. Just be careful you don't hit Captain Narrow. He may be a little strange, but most of the time he's a fine chap.
I'll be going. Watch out! Duck!
Finally, I've got some solid ground under my feet again.
Oh, did you get hurt?
Now look at that. My clothes are ruined. I could have saved myself the trouble of ironing them. Couldn't you find a more comfortable way down than this stupid rope?
Oh, come on, I saved you. Don't overact now.
I'll retire to my cabin now and fix my clothes and hairdo. Nobody should have seen like this. We'll see each other later. In my cabin, perhaps?